everyone, this is Richard from Video Gaming Riot. Once again, we are reviewing the Super Game Boy. This is part 2 of the review. Make sure you watch the first part. It's full of Mega Man and Game Boy surprises, so check it out. Before I continue with part 2 of my Super Game Boy review, I'd just like to say that part 1 was very impromptu. This one's a little bit more planned out. I still have footage from when I was reviewing the games like Miss PacMan and Asteroids and Missile Command. But before that, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm new to this, so don't be too harsh on me. Let's get going. Up next we have Asteroids and Missile Command, part of the Arcade Classics #1. I actually had the other one, but I don't know what the hell happened to it. Alright. I thought for a second I was just gonna throw that one to the side because I'm just so tired of... Oh my god. You know... Oh, there we go. Wow, I didn't think it was gonna work. Alright. This is... Arcade Classics #1, Asteroids and Missile Command. It's very cool to show you this because... this one actually has its own backgrounds. Let's do some asteroids. Although it says A, you have to press start, which I think is kind of stupid. There you go, here are the borders. They aren't generic, these are the actual borders from this. You could actually change this to another color if you wanted to, but it'll always change back to its normal one. You see how colored everything looks? Has more than the standard 4 color. Let's put this on a lower difficulty so we can play this. Check out the options really quick. You have the normal Hyper A, Fire B, Thrust Up, Controls, you can just leave it that way. Graphic style, you can actually have it updated or classic. Let's check out the classic. You guys can see how that looks. I think that since Asteroids was black and white to begin with, they got off a little easy with this one. I mean, the only thing that's in color here is the border. I played a lot of shooters, and so far I'm not doing too good on this. This is simply showing you the classic. I'll do a little bit better the next time, I promise. Oh, come on. Don't make me crash into it. My god. There we go. This is the updated version. Let's do an updated version of Asteroids so you guys can see that, and then we'll continue with a couple other games just to see what the difference are. Here we go. So select for options again, and we'll do the updated one this time. Okay, now why is this not in color? Wow, what a bust. It looked like it was gonna be in color, but now we just get this black and white bullshit. And this one, which is the normal one. The normal generic red and orange. I guess it looks better on this, but doesn't look that good. This is not updated at all. I'd rather the other ones. Just straight up vector lines. I don't know if it's really supposed to be a Super Game Boy. So far, there's nothing super about it. There's not much colors. Maybe this PacMan is actually gonna be colorful. Let's check this out. Miss PacMan Special Color Edition. So then you have the option of Miss PacMan or Super PacMan. As you can see, the border hasn't really changed, and I wonder why. Let's go to Miss PacMan, since this is the title of the cartridge. It hasn't changed yet. Let's see. Well, it doesn't look that bad. At least Miss PacMan's yellow, and she has a red bowl. But all the ghosts are fucking red. If you bought this for the Game Boy Color, you might be disappointed to find out that it turned black instead of blue. Alright, this lost my interest. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for something else. Spy vs. Spy in color. This is a Game Boy Color edition, so I really don't know if it's gonna work on this Super Game Boy. Here we go. Let's see. Spy vs. Spy comes out in color. Or with a border or something. Oh, see, this game is designed only for Game Boy Color. So, Game Boy Color games cannot work on a Super Game Boy. Which means that if you don't have Game Boy games, your Super Game Boy is pretty much nothing to you. You should go out, buy yourself some Game Boy games, buy yourself a Super Game Boy, and try it out for yourself, because maybe you'd be surprised. I do have a couple other games, but truth be told, they're not as good. I can pretty much tell you that I'm not even going to review Dragon Slayer, because you can't really play it. So that means that this wasn't a Game Boy Color game, it was an actual Game Boy game that was designed for the Super Game Boy. Just like Arcade 1 Asteroids Missile Command, these were designed for the Super Game Boy for color, and Mega Man wasn't. So Mega Man would actually play as a normal, like, generic color, but what I do notice is they don't really have a whole bunch of color on them, so it wasn't really made to get much more color into it. I mean, I guess for that, you might as well go out and buy yourself a Nintendo. I mean, that might be a little bit better than actually playing a Super Game Boy. But then again, I mean, I'd be surprised. There was an actual good Donkey Kong Land on this, and it was pretty good. But overall, the Super Game Boy is another great accessory for your Super Nintendo. And if you're a collector like I am, you should go out and get one, because it's a lot better than playing your old Game Boy games on your Game Boy. On the next Video Gaming Riot, a thrift store find. $6 got me The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for the Super NES system. I'm going to be unboxing it, showing you the map, the manuals, all the instructions, everything. Stay tuned.